Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Oh, hello. Super quick, off the mark. Welcome, Mark. Off the mark, Mark. Welcome to those who come later. We'll just say it when they come, mate. Oh, everybody, have you got your toy from the 80s? It's Yo-Yo, beats and tapes. Hope you are both well. In today's show, shall I do it like a movie? Tommy Robinson, Katie Hopkins, Douglas Murray destroy the racist claims. I don't know why I done it like that. I thought it'd be funny, wouldn't it? But don't forget, we are live at 7 p.m. tonight, where you can actually come up and talk face to face. And if you're not willing to show your face, the chances are that I'll leave it till last. I'll talk to people who are willing to show their faces, because I don't really want people to be faceless. We all have a face, don't we? Just like Tommy Robinson. I've got a few things to show. And then we've got more later tonight, which I've got set aside, some juicy stuff about Sadiq Khan. But in today, we've got a video. Katie Hopkins destroys Sadiq Khan, because we know he's about that big. Douglas Murray talks on Sky News Australia. And we all know Douglas Murray just talks sense about the Tommy Robinson situation. So... Well, Shrek is handsome anyway, in a green kind of way, isn't he? So that's not a bad thing, geez. Hope you all got your copies. I've got mine. I nearly forgot. I was downstairs drinking a brew and I thought, oh, I'll come upstairs. And I thought, no, alas, my Costa cup needs filling. But I hope you're all well. What's today? Thursday. It's Thursday. It's 3 o'clock. And we're live also at Thursday at 7. Don't forget. And Friday at 7, where you can come up. We'll have 2 days a week where you can come up and talk. Isn't that nice? So if there's anything in the news that's on your mind, then tonight at 7, join and just say, I want to come up. Happy days. Happy days. But for today's live, we're going to start, we have to start with Katie Hopkins, because she's a legend. I do like her. I think she's plenty as. She just says it basically the way it is, that's it. And I'm quite like that. Mrs. always says to me, you're a bit blunt. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Glorify it a little bit. Put this on so I can listen to the video myself. But yeah, the video, it's funny. You might have seen it. If you have, let me know. But if you haven't, oh, it's funny. It's funny. Make sure I've got everything tickety-boo.
Oh, wait. Sadiq, is that you? Sadiq, let me bend down so we can look at each other at eye height. I'll just crouch on down here. Just a couple of things. Great Britain, United Kingdom, is a Christian country, always has been. And that union, that flag, that's our flag of a Christian country. Yours, my little friend, is a completely different colour. I think it's green, it's got like a little semicircle on, star, something like that. And it's sort of often carried by the people who have hate marches through London, the pro-Pally Brigade, with their little black and white tea towels on. So anyway, darlings, just remember, Union flag belongs to British people, Christian country. And for too long we have rather tiptoed around the cultures that choose to join us, and not enough time standing up for the culture others, like you, chose to join. That's it, darling. Be careful you don't bang your head on the edge of that table when you leave. Okay?
That's just not hilarious.
At Honda, we've been observing your problems and predicaments.
Bit of an advert there, but you know, what can I say? But oh, it just made me laugh. Oh, don't bang your head, Sadiq Khan, because you're about 3 foot tall and 10 centimeters wide. Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, Business Australia, welcome. I haven't seen you in ages. But oh yeah, come on, Tammy, Kate Hopkins, legend or not, what do you think? That's so funny. Let me come down to your height, Sadiq. This is down like crouched right down on her knees. Yeah, that's what I like. I did like it when you said that. Careful not to bang your head on the table. He's like though, yeah. But Sadiq Khan is, can you see me? He's about that big, isn't he? And he's about that wide. He's a little, Sadiq Khan is a little weasel. Little weasel. I've never known in my life a London mayor to push an Islamic narrative when you're the mayor of London in the United Kingdom. I mean, we've got more on Sadiq tonight, geez, with Donald Trump, and basically he's lying. Sadiq Khan is lying. Shock horror. But I was going to show that video later with all the other Sadiq Khan stuff, but it just made me chuckle, and I thought, you know, it'd be a good start to a live stream. Have a bit of Sadiq Khan being insulted by the legend Katie Hopkins. Mark is proud to love. Always think Sadiq Khan looks like... Boom! It's not just me. Do you know, I said that to my missus. I was like, that's Penfold. Danger mouse. Danger mouse. We're on the same wavelength. I've actually said exactly the same thing. Penfold. So I always just call them Penfold instead, since they are both cowards and blind to everyone around them. Yep, exactly that. Oh my God, that's so weird. I actually said to my missus like Penfold. So what? It's like Danger Mouse. What? I even remember Batfink. My wings are like a shield of steel. I'm showing my age, my bad. But yeah, definitely Penfold. Because Penfold had little glasses on. Little round things, didn't he? I'm small and I might be bigger than him. Everyone's bigger than him. Well, Smurfs are the height of 3 apples. So I think Sadiq Khan is probably smaller than a Smurf. You might as well be running around just saying, oh, well done, PM. Well done, Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse. That brings back memories. But start this around 4:40 because obviously they talk about, as you can see, the Donald Trump's visit and that. But in this, they actually talk about Tommy Robinson's march and everything. Because you must have heard Sad IQ Can't, and all the other names we call him, Sadie Can't, has been lying. He's literally been lying. He's saying it with regards to Saturday's racists. What? What racists? What are you on about? And I think they address that in this anyway. But this is a good one. I tell you, actually watching these two talk is actually better than a lot of the rubbish we get. I mean, I've been watching GB News lately with Michelle Dewberry, Martin Daubney, Alex Armstrong. You've been watching it? Bit of Farage, I suppose. But it's absolutely classic. But yeah, so why has Sadiq been lying? Isn't that weird? So it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But keep getting messages and all that. Have you seen the Tommy interview that I posted up that was live? That was good. But anyway, where was I? I'm talking about this Saturday pronounce here, and I've been watching reports about how violent the United the Kingdom rally was, and yet it had far less arrests than the Notting Hill Carnival. Yeah, 800 arrests, Notting Hill. And this, I don't know if you know this, but they're saying 26 arrests. 26 arrests on Saturday. Oh, only 8 were from the actual Unite the Kingdom protest. They said there was 18 from the far left agitators. That's what they said. So there we go. But GB, more Talk TV I've been watching. I used to watch Talk TV and that, but then what's his name? Keir Starmer starts, I don't know. Keir Starmer, what are you on about? Piers Morgan. As well. Well, weird. 26 arrests in the United Kingdom, but how many were for legit reasons? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 26 arrests, but only 8 were from the actual Unite the Kingdom. The police released figures stating that 18 were from the other side. So it was absolutely ridiculous. So it's cushy. Blah, blah, grow up. The lot of you. Okay, Martin. Oh. Hurty words. You don't like it. Oh, poor Martin. Oh, blah, blah, grow up. So yeah, anyway. So only 8 only 8 from Unite the Kingdom. So all the claims of this racism and trouble and that, like I say, 800 arrests at Notting Hill. There was over 600 arrests when there was only like, what was it? 6,000 Palestine Action supported all that Islamic terrorism, Islamic ideology, all the satanic paedophile prophet rubbish, supporting all that rubbish, and they had over 600 arrests. And there's only about 5,000-6,000 of them. You're talking about 150,000 people there, and there was eight arrests. Say no more. What can I say? So I think the people that got to grow up are those who are spreading lies about Tommy Robinson and Unite the Kingdom, and trying to make out this, that, and everything else racist because you're showing your own flag. All that rubbish. So yeah, let's sit down and hold your copies, people. I'm a bit blunt in my words, but I haven't got the time of day for people that just lie, like Sadiq Khan. And some people in chat as well, that like to fit their own narrative. Because it didn't go like, you know, all the trouble they wanted. They just make it up, like Sadiq Khan did. He actually sat there in a meeting saying, oh, with all the racist actions on the weekend, on Saturday, what is he on about? There wasn't any. Unite the Kingdom. What? How do you get racist from that? So people don't like it. Tough. Anyway, let's see what the good old Douglas Murray. He's up there. He's a legend in his own right, is he not? I need to buy. He's got a new book out. I need to buy it. But let's listen to what they say. I think it's about 5 minutes or so they talk, but I might pause it as we go.
Well, on those protests across, London, certainly, the crowd number there was enormous. But these protests have been variously described by the media as far.
No, Sadiq Khan, at no point ever in his life, has responded to the question about grooming gangs in London, Mark. No. From what I can recollect, the last we heard was when he was saying to that Susan Hall, wasn't it? Saying, I'm sorry, can she sort of break down what she really means by that, and I'll answer it. Oh, can she really dive into that a bit more, or whatever the hell he was coming out with? Sadiq Khan just talked out of his backside, didn't he? Can she explain what she means by that? Can she explain what she means by that? And like, she got so angry. I mean, that was it. Yeah, wanting like could you clarify what she means? That's it, isn't it? Something like that. It's disgraceful, absolutely disgraceful. And that's the mayor of London. He's absolute. That's what you get for supporting Islam and the paedophile prophet and marrying a 6-year-old and thinking that's from God. See, that's how deluded they are. They're willing to listen to all those sort of lies and go, oh, okay, that's true, yeah. So, you know, lying and basically making out John Wedger and at least 52 victims are all lying that's just a walk in the park for Sadiq Khan.
Right, and extremist white nationalists. But let's hear from a couple taking part who challenge those narratives.
What's your
Challenge.
name? Why are you here today?
I'm Anne, that's Andrew, my husband. We want our children to be able to speak without being persecuted or being arrested. We don't want them to have tweets on X or anything else and being criminalized for thoughts. I think everybody should be able to speak.
Yes.
Douglas, let me play you the experience of this next woman, a black woman in a hijab, who attended the march expecting to be abused.
I'm going to the September 13th protest and seeing how many times I get called go back to Africa. Oh no. Oh no.
But let's see what actually happened and what she had
And
to
the
say
reality.
after.
The
I went
reality.
to the Tommy Robinson protest on September 13th and it was fine. I also went alone as well. I met my friend like 2 hours later in central London, but I was by myself and I went straight to the Belly of the Beast and I saw nothing but peaceful people, respectful people. I was even interviewing them. I asked them in my last TikTok. They're actually good people and I knew I shouldn't have been afraid. I was never ever going to be afraid because I grew up with English people. I grew up with white people and they've been nothing but polite, respectful. That's their culture, you know? Politeness, Britishness, you know. The issue is a lot of minority cultures for them have become the predominant culture in areas of the UK like London, Liverpool, Manchester, Luton, to the point that these towns and cities become unrecognisable.
Douglas, she gets it better than 95% plus of the media.
Yeah, I mean, good for her in one way. I mean, it's sort of absurd that in the country she lives in, she thinks there's a kind of belly of the beast, which is a protest like this. Good for her for acknowledging that she was wrong and was misjudging her countrymen and women. It's an astonishing thing to see this, Rita, because Tommy Robinson's Unite the Kingdom protest gathered a very large number of people in the centre of London, at least 100,000, probably significantly more than that. It's always hard to say with these protests. Organizers always say they're larger and the police always say they're smaller. But it was a very much more peaceful event than any of the media wanted to admit it might be, or indeed in the end was. There were some arrests, but infinitely fewer than at, say, that great celebration of multicultural, diverse London, the Notting Hill Carnival, where there are always dozens of arrests and stabbings and sexual assaults and so on. The Tommy Robinson Unite the Kingdom event went off peacefully. It went off positively. I watched a relay of what happened from the stage. It wasn't anything like a white supremacist, white nationalist thing. There was a black gospel choir. There were some Maoris doing one of their, the chants and things, and the haka, and it was all very, good natured. Some of the speakers talked about the things that clearly are worrying my fellow Brits. I mean, things like, yes, the mass illegal migration, the fact that people who describe themselves as white British are finding themselves to be a minority in every major English city. That's a big one. I mean, that's not like an imaginary fear. That's just something that has actually happened without their asking for it. In fact, asking for it not to happen for a couple of generations now. There was a significant expression of concern about the rape gangs in the north of England and indeed across all of England, and much more. But it was all it was very peaceable. And one of the things that's striking about it all, Rita, is not just the misrepresentation of it, but the fact that it would be actually very hard to imagine Keir Starmer, for instance, being able to raise any kind of mobilized, group of people for a positive celebration of Britishness in this way. There were bishops of the Church of England who all came out to condemn the event, but one of the things notable about it was the prevalence of Christianity in it. There was a bishop from a rather party sect who opened with a prayer, and there were calls for Christian revival at the event, all of which was very interesting. But isn't it fascinating that at this time when there's clearly a need in Britain for a positive vision of the country, for pride in the country and much more, so much of the almost all of the political class, almost all the media and everyone else doesn't want to be within a million miles of these people, and indeed doesn't even speak to these people. And good for that girl you just showed for realizing that actually if they did speak to most of these people, they would realize they're not some sort of, trolls you can't approach, who are dangerous, white supremacist, nationalist, Nazi, KKK, etc., etc. They're decent people who want their country to revive itself and not to fall into this appalling despond that it's currently in.
Well, what can you say about that? He did mention bishops, but he just speaks facts, all the facts. Electro Dark. I mentioned you in a comment earlier. Someone was saying, "Oh, Advanced UK." I was like, "Oh yeah, Electrodoc says that." I read your hashtag. Didn't work for me at the words. I was spelling wizard as wizard. Oh, you did, but put wizard as a hashtag, so you can find it. Oh, so it's double. Oh. Yeah, I'll have to look in the back end and put wizard with 2 Z's just in case. uh, that's funny as. I mean, I had a wizard with a rock band by the name of Wizard. Yeah, I was going to say, there is one. Oh, Pat's leather straps. The eyes on the leather strap of the anus. That's all I'm saying. Hope you're well, Pat. We're just getting to grips with Electrodoc and his spelling of the word wizard. But Douglas Reynolds talks. Douglas Reynolds. I actually went to school with someone called Douglas Reynolds. Why did that come out? He used to draw the cartoon figures and Garfield and that. He's really good, an artiste. But anyway, Douglas Murray, random. Douglas Murray speaks facts. The man is a genius. I love him. I think he's great. Every time he talks or wherever he's on, I always try and make sure I watch it because you can learn a lot from people like that. But this is what gets on my nerves. Bishop calls on Christians to reclaim England flag from toxic tide of racism. What? Say what? I'm well, hope you're well, hope you're living the dream. I mean, have I missed something there? Like, what are they on about? It's ridiculous. Got someone saying like, why are people being mean to Palestinians? The fact that they followed Hamas into Israel to try and genocide the Jews, isn't it? How can a bishop do this? Are we on a different wavelength? What's going on? Why would a bishop do that? I mean, I was supposed to click on that one. For some reason, I clicked on the high pats. Chris Dunning gave a speech about reclaiming the flag recently, and now it's everywhere. Yeah, I suppose they all jump on the bandwagon, don't they? Like that's it. That's going to give it the narrative. Oh, I don't get it. I don't know what to say to that. Stop the boats. It's not hard. Tommy Robinson also wants the illegal situation sorted out. Don't want illegal immigrants that go around RAPE type offences. A Church of England bishop has called on Christians to reclaim the flag and their faith from right-wing activists. Oh dear, I better go and claim it for myself. Saying both were being desecrated by people seeking to divide the nation. Absolute rubbish. That's just lying. That's a literal twist of the truth and the facts and the real narrative. The right idiot, Aaron Aurora, the Bishop of Kirksall and the Church of England's co-lead on racial justice, made his comments in a sermon days after more than 110,000 people marched through London in a right-wing protest, many carrying crosses. Well, Aaron Aurora, you should get sacked. You're actually trying to create division by making out they got to reclaim their flag from the right-wing activists because they're racist and everything else. What planet is this man on? There was absolutely nothing about Saturday the 13th of September that was racist or fascist. That was a complete made-up narrative to try and ruin everything because they're worried that people are following Tommy Robinson and they're waking up to the fact that, you know, they're being screwed over in their own country and they come second to illegal immigrants. Don't worry about keeping your women and your daughters safe. No, we're letting the illegal immigrants 28,000 in, 0 out. It's pathetic. Somehow banners and placards displaying verses from the Bible. Protesters chanted Christ is King, reciting the Lord's Prayer, and were urged to defend God, faith, family, homeland. So what's his problem then? Speaking at St James Church in Manston, Leeds, Aurora said Christians should not be neutral in the face of violence and injustice. As followers of Christ, our duty is clear: to challenge those whose lips drip with vituperation and hate. What? To refute division and to restore dignity and building the common good. So I was halfway through that and I'm like, I don't want to read this. This man is an absolute liar. This Aurora needs to be sacked. That's disgraceful. Violence and injustice. Well, the violence and injustice is coming from illegal immigrants, is it not? It's not coming from people in England, is it? Oh. Crazy. Probably only a bishop because he gets to wear a robe and call it a skirt. Yeah, probably. Stop the goats! The goats did it. They ate the Quran. Trumpeters are doing a press conference right now. Are they? Oh, I'll probably see that later. I'll say that. I want to see it later. But, oh, is that him, is it? When I finish here, I've got to go and rip up the line. I've got a brand new carpet coming tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. What do we expect? They will start with something about tech companies and jobs. Yeah, they will. Fake Christian prophet. Yeah, I don't know what he thinks he is. But that's ridiculous. How bad is that? He's supposed to be there saying whatever in the world of actually being an actual Christian, being that he's a bishop, and he just lies. That's bad. Right-wing activists have increasingly invoked Christian values and the need to defend Judeo-Christian culture against an Islamic threat. Tommy Robinson, who led last Saturday's march, he was led to Christ while in prison earlier this year. Islam is a serious problem. Don't really know, like, how can you look at what's going on in the world and not see the Islamic threat? And did I not say in the last one, was it 66,000 Islamic terrorist attacks in the last 50 years? 0 from Jews. Funny that. Before the march, the Right Reverend Anderson Jeremiah, the Bishop of Edmonton, issued a statement saying the march was inextricably linked to voices and movements that have previously contributed to division and racial intolerance. This is at odds with everything we and millions of Londoners stand for. Oh, I like the way you had to get division in there and racial intolerance. It's nothing to do with that. It's to do with the fact that illegal immigrants, because they are illegal, you can't go anywhere without a passport. Oh no, you can come to England and get a 4-star hotel. Racial intolerance. No, you're allowed to understand that Islam is fake and it's a terrorist organisation, full stop, like a death cult. I mean, it treats women so badly. It even says you can beat your woman. But people who actually become educated in Islam are allowed to speak out about Islam without being called Islamophobes and racial. Especially when we've got so-called bishops actually lying. It's disgraceful. I mean, that is absolutely terrible. Wow. They need to be removed. You can't be called a bishop if you lie. It's just no. Isn't it pretty much just a joke now that any group that is against immigration or Islam is automatically a hate group out of and showing intolerance? Yes, basically. You got it spot on, Mark. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just like, oh, are you against Islam? Oh, Islamophobe. Oh, you're racist. Oh, you're obviously full of hate. Or what? No, I'm educated. Just like Douglas Murray. He's done some brilliant, like bringing down that, is it Cenk Uygur? God, ruined him. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. And, I mean, Islam is a cancer, basically. It's a cancer. While the very people they are supposed to be showing intolerance to also don't want to integrate in any way. Exactly. And like I said, even Mohammed Hijab threatened to kill police dogs if they were set loose. And the copper just stood there. It's like, all right, mate. But if you done that to a copper, they'd throw you on the floor. You'll be... Oh. Bishops in the Diocese of Southwark also issued a statement raising concerns that the march would cause fear among minority groups. Fear. That's their buzzword, isn't it? Fear. We wish to reject intolerance and we stand in solidarity with those celebrating the rich diversity of our communities. All the people on the march would do exactly that. But you're trying to twist it. Minority groups. No, they are standing because they can see what's happening with regards to illegal immigrants and the fact that they are being treated as if they are fifth-class citizens in their own country. I mean, name one thing that's actually gone well for the people of this country. Being ripped off with gas and electric, cost of living crisis, no one cares, no one's doing anything for them. And then the next thing, you find out that you've got women and girls in general in really sort of quite dire situations because of illegal immigrants that are coming over, where 99% are all men of fighting age with Islamic ideology, with absolute disrespect and worse for anyone and everything in this country, but they're coming here to destroy it and to take over and to force Islamic ideology and to harm the females. It's ridiculous. The language used by Uproar in his sermon on Wednesday was significantly stronger than his colleagues' earlier statements. Because he's toxic. That's toxic. You can't have bishops lying. Absolutely disgraceful. He said the rising toxic tide of racism. No, there's literally no racism. You're just calling that out. The fact that they had those marches at anti-racism, anti-fascist marches, there was no one there who was actually being racist or is a fascist. So why were they even there? Because they want to give that type of narrative so they can just make out that Tommy Robinson and all his supporters are indeed racist and fascist when they're not. And it's not being felt all over the country, is it? See, blatant lies. How can you say rising toxic tide of racism was being felt all over the country? No, it's not. No, it's not at all. Because you'll find like 90% of the country want their women and their children to be safe. Of course they do. So how can a bishop turn around and blatantly lie? Absolute joke. Mark says it's never called into question that we didn't need the concrete temporary barriers of peace to stop the trucks and cars going into incidents and driving through crowds. We've got to ignore that, mate. Don't worry about that. There's a moment there, wasn't there? There's quite a few of them and all. They all just got added in the last few years. Yeah. And now we got bishops willingly lying about Tommy Robinson and his supporters, people like you and I. We stand for the country. At no point have we turned around and said anything racist. At all. Ever. We haven't said nothing racist. So I don't get where they're coming from. And that's a bishop. Rising toxic tide of racism. They're actually trying to create... See, they're trying to keep saying that to keep racism at the forefront of people's minds, even though it's fake, because that's the chosen agenda. Protests outside hotels, housing asylum seekers and flag flying across the country had barely concealed racist overtones. What is he on about? There is absolutely nothing racist about protesting about outside an asylum seeker hotel with all those men in it and you're flying your flag. Oh no, that you're barely concealing your racist overtones. I'd get rid of these people. Sentiments that even 5 years ago would have been considered shameful and are being broadcast at public gatherings, accompanied by cheers and applause. Why would it be shameful at any point, whether it's now or 5 years ago, to fly your flag and say, we do not want illegal immigrants in our country. There's no passport. No passport, no entry. End of. Such sentiments have been accompanied by reckless voices of hate seeking to camouflage themselves in the language of patriotism and faith, all while debasing both. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. That is lies. Get Aurora out of his job. Get all bishops out of their jobs who willingly lie and try to give a false narrative about Tommy Robinson and all those who wish to stand against illegal immigrants. Some of those living in the Britannia Hotel in Seacroft, Leeds, which has been targeted by right-wing activists in recent weeks, were Christians who worship at our churches, Aurora said. But goes to show the Christians they're not going to be going out of their way to be racist, are they? Oh my. And all this right-wing activists, far-right activists, racists, fascists, it's disgraceful. Recently, one of them spoke of how when he was crossing the road to go back into the hotel, he was set upon by 3 men who beat him, punched him in the face and broke his tooth. One, I'll take that with a pinch of salt. And 2, no one's condoning that. No one. But it's a bit weird because it's not been on the news or nothing. Aurora and the Right Reverend Rosemary Mallet, the Bishop of Croydon, were appointed to jointly lead the Church of England's work on racial justice earlier this year. And all they're doing is creating it. They're absolutely just creating it. Well, don't know what to say about that. It's absolutely mental. Right, we've got 2 stories. We've got a 9-year-old who was shot 3 times. And we've got a Muslim mayor who told a Christian that he's not welcome in his own country, in America. Which one shall we go for first? Sadiq wrote an article saying Trump deliberately used xenophobia, racism and otherness as an electoral tactic and somehow doesn't understand over half of the USA were for it. Sadiq Khan's a muppet. We've got a couple of things with him tonight to do with Trump at 7 o'clock. So make sure you join us live. You can come up and even talk about it if you wish. Yep, the microphone could be yours tonight at 7 p.m. if you want to come up and say whatever you want to say about what's going on in the news and everything. You've got to be willing to show your face. I want to see your face in the back end here. And we'll put you up on screen. And whatever it is in the news you want to discuss, we can. I can get a few people up, but obviously we don't want people talking over each other. But yeah, join at 7 o'clock, and I've got a few things to do with Sadiq Khan and a couple of stories, and then the floor is yours if you want to come up and talk, whatever it is. Then you're free to discuss it. Any news or whatever's on your mind, or whether you want to talk about Tommy Robinson's Saturday the 13th, or the lies of racism and fascism, or whatever. Trump, Sadiq Khan. The floor is yours, 7 p.m. You can come up, so don't forget to log on. I just hope they stop the boats. For the rest, they can just use legal means if they want to come. That's what I mean. They could. I mean, even the legal. I don't mind. Oh, well, actually, I'll put that up. I don't mind legal migrants because, you know, if there's a doctor who wants to come in, he's a family man. He's a doctor. He's not going to have the ideology of trying to force Islam in everyone's face and want to go out and try and harm the women and the children of this country. It's totally different. I mean, I'll look at the figures and make sure it's all tickety-boo, but I mean, as it stands right now, me personally, I'd stop all illegal and legal to get everything sorted, catch up as quickly as possible, obviously. But should, you know, someone who applies who's an actual doctor, I think, you know, well, yeah, process that one. But it all needs to stop. We need to catch up, sort ourselves out. Oh, I watched Black Belt Barrister as well. How cool is that? Yeah, he's got about 3 different channels now as well. And he talked about how much it cost the legal immigrants to come. So it's a slap in the face to reward the boat people. Exactly. Yeah, Black Belt Barrister. He talks from a legal point and obviously from a personal point, doesn't he? I think Black Belt Barrister is great. I have subscribed to myself. I've even reviewed one of his videos. So, yeah, I likes him. But, yeah, I mean, to be legal and then find out all you had to do was literally throw your passport and then your paperwork away, jump on a boat and just come anyway. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, Electric Doc, you want to come on tonight? Oh, yeah, you can have your say. You can have your say, mate. Not a problem. Not a problem. A while ago, a priest allowed an imam to use his church to perform a call to prayer. What? Why can't it actually just be taken as a sign of weakness? Yeah, well, they're all round the church, weren't they, with their prayers and mats. There's like 500 mosques in London, and they decided to go outside a Christian church, get all their mats and start praying to intimidate. That's what Islamists do. That's Islam, intimidation. That's why you get killed if you leave, because they know it's so fake. Once you're in, you're like, oh my God, this is absolutely rubbish. Can you name one woman who's got a child that think, oh, okay, yeah, the Prophet Muhammad marrying a 6-year-old and consummating the marriage at 9 is normal? No, they'd want to leave. And they're like, no, you can't now, because you're already in. And if you leave, you get killed. That's why it's there, isn't it? Some of the rules for legal means of entry are pretty strict. Like, if you want a visa for a spouse, you can never have claimed benefits. Yeah. See, sort of things like, because was it Australia that there was something like £200,000 or £500,000 or something you had to have, and you had to say that you're willing to not claim any benefits for 5-10 years or whatever. You had to still have X amount of savings in the bank, blah blah blah. That's what they should do. Yeah, definitely. King of New York, New York. Can we discuss Candice and Tucker and that open support for the little Australian painter at 7 p.m. Wiz? If you want to, mate, you can come up and talk about it if you want. So I'll have to look into that so I know what was it, Candice? I'll have to look this up so I know what I'm talking about. Candice Tucker. Austrian painter. What Austrian painter? Have I missed something? I've been watching Candice talk absolute rubbish about Charlie Kirk, trying to make out it's all Jews in Israel when it's not. I mean, it's disgusting. I think Candice should be banned from YouTube for like 6 months. It's disgraceful. So if I actually look for Candice Tucker and Austrian painter, is there a famous as someone who actually I do landscapes? I like John Sargent as well. I should know this as an artiste, as you can see my art. But I do landscapes, yes. But Austrian painter, if you can clarify King of New York, so when I search it, but I've written it down, I will look it up quickly so I know what we're talking about. But yeah, if you want to come up and actually talk about it tonight at 7, you can. Anyone is, I'm going to post a link, so if you want to come up and talk live, like I am, you must be willing to show your face. They'll take precedent, and then if there's people that aren't willing to show their face, they whatever. But I'll and ah about that, because they could just say or do anything, and that worries me. I mean, as long as they show the face in the back end best, maybe, I don't know. But I'd rather people show their face, come up, talk, and happy days. And people watching want to see you. Do you know what I mean? They want to see you talking. You can have your say, like the New York King, or King of New York said, yeah, come up if you want to talk about it. Then yeah, happy days. Candice Owens and Tucker Carlson have both faced significant criticism for promoting revisionist and controversial views on Adolf Hitler. Question mark. With their discussion sparking widespread backlash from historians and Jewish advocacy groups. Why are they doing that? Have they lost the plot? It's crazy. Wow. What's oh, right, I'll have to you don't mean Hitler, do you? Because that was and losing the plot. Big nose of London. Overstayed my British visa, have been deported. What? You've been deported? Is that right, Big Nose? What, you're not actually in London anymore, or yet boats are on daily and they are housing a 5-star hotel. England is just ruined. So you won't be at Bloomin' Speaker's Corner then? that right, Big Nose? Actually deported you? What on earth? Yeah, World War Two, we stopped the Germans coming over, but now we can't even stop a blooming inflatable dinghy. It's ridiculous. It seems they like deport someone like, say, Big Nose of London, doing whatever at Speaker's Corner and that, but they don't deport the illegals. How is that even? Have you still got your YouTube channel then, Big Nose? Big Nose of London. He does talks with Christianity and Islam and whatnot, and goes to Speaker's Corner. So I assume wherever you are, do you still do your channel, or? That's crazy. Yes, deported back to Iran via 5 weeks in Rwanda. It was terrible. What? Blimey heck. How on earth would... they can't even get anyone to Rwanda. How did they get you there? You put on my leg. In Iran. Iran's going all crazy, isn't it? They're all standing up for themselves, and 40,000 mosques have closed and all that. So they're all turning their back on Islam, which is brilliant for Iran, even though it's under Islamic rule at the moment. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Right, we shall do this story first. And then we've got the from GB News. Then we've got the one about a 9-year-old got shot 3 times. You couldn't make it up this planet. But it's what sort of cool creates divide between people. Stories like this. Mark. They banned Lauren Southern from coming to the country and seemed to block her easily enough. She got banned with the Terrorism Act. Wow. I've got to admit, Lauren Southern, I'll have to look her up. See, I'll get educated by you a lot. I don't know who that is. But that's crazy. Everyone's been deported, but not the illegals. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I'll see more chat coming then. But yes. But yeah, we'll have to we'll do the Candice and Tucker thing if you wish, and talking about the Adolf Hitler. Do you know Adolf Hitler nearly drowned when he was a kid? Someone saved him. She's a Canadian right-wing YouTube type reporter. Oh, so she's like just normal then. Canadian. I'll look her up. That's terrible though. They obviously treat her like they would say Tommy Robinson then, won't they? Animals. What's animals? Animals? Where's animals? Islamists, jihadists. They're all animals. They are barbaric animals that want to genocide the Jews. It's disgraceful. What animals? Or are you talking about the chocolate ones you can buy? Animals. You find a chocolate elephant, what you got to do, you can put Sadiq Khan on top of that and you have a little elephant ride, can he? Hey, Sadiq Khan's a tiny little man. But anyway, Muslim mayor tells Christian man he's not welcome in US city. Could you make this up? This is crazy. Like, this could cause trouble, which I hope it doesn't. And I hope it gets nipped in the bud, but we'll go through it. But that's why some people will start, like, even in England, we say, oh, 2-2, this, 2-2, that. This is, I mean, How can a Muslim mayor tell a Christian in a Christian country that he's not welcome? I mean, blimey, that's not going to go down well, is it? This is from GB News, by the way. Been watching a lot of them lately. A Christian resident was told he was not welcome by the city's Muslim mayor. The exchange occurred during a heated council meeting in Dearborn, Michigan last week. I hope he gets sacked. Abdullah H. Hammoud made the declaration to Edward Ted Barham after the resident voiced objections to street signs honouring Arab American news publisher Osama Siblani. Confrontation occurred when Mr. Barham, who identified himself as a Dearborn resident, criticised the placement of signs at two intersections on Warren Avenue. They say that like we know what Warren Avenue is. Mr. Hammoud told Mr. Barham, although you live here, I want you to know as mayor, you are not welcome here. Ooh, but he's going to get sacked. He's going to get sacked. He's going to get sacked. Come on. Day of the Jackal, big up Wiz. Look, 2 Z's Electra Doc. In the word Wiz, you can put 2 Z's. Let you get away with it. He's been looking up the wizard words with 2 Z's. And saying he couldn't find it. Hope you're well, Day of the Jackal. 30 in chat, yep. Big ups. Slowly but surely, we'll get more popular. I hope. I hope. That's the plan. All this live everyday business. It's happy days. It's happy days. There is a YouTube short of a Muslim man getting angry at the St. George flag in Birmingham, saying it's their city. Yeah, because there's a thing. I'll look that up as well. See, is it if what's I going to say? If there's like little videos or whatever, you can like tonight. If you're on a computer or something, if you've got it, there's a way that I can let you bring it up, so you can press play and you can bring it up like this is like that. You can bring it up and then people will see the video, or you can put the link up and then I'll be able to click on it, I suppose, and then go from there and load it up myself if you tell me where. So if you've got any video that you want to play tonight at 7 p.m. and then discuss, because obviously you are coming up to chat live at 7 p.m. on Thursday and Fridays, then that's all gay by me. St. George flag. See, these sort of things I've got to look up. That's why I need you guys to point me in the right direction, because it might be worth bringing up even in tomorrow's or tonight's live. Tomorrow, Friday, we shall do probably... I'm doing the 7 p.m. Friday, but I was deciding, do you think 2 on a Thursday and Friday at the end of the week's okay? Do you think like going live at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m, or should we just hold back and just go live on those days at 7 p.m? Let me know what you think in the comments, because or even in the comments if you're watching on catch up. I don't mind doing two on a Thursday, 2 on a Friday. Don't bother me at all. There's so much news going on and whatever, what we can discuss. And like I say, in the evenings, the 7 p.m. ones, the reason I started to do them or came up with them is so you guys can jump on and have your say as well. So it's just not me doing all the verbal diarrhea. So, yeah. Don't forget to hit the like, guys. Yeah, hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. And 3 and 7. What, both? Yeah, we can do both then. Happy days. That's not a problem. So I've got to change my look, I've got all these things ready, look, to put up on screen, and now I've got to change that to put Thursdays and Fridays, because I changed it. You know what I'm like, I'm terrible. I change things, so I'll have to do whatever, but I can put that one up. Hooray! Don't forget we've got super chats and we've got channel memberships as well, because I will at some point start doing videos and they will be released for channel members first. And some will be channel members only. Ooh, but as we grow, so you know how it is. But they're there. I don't really say much about them, and people go, you got to mention them, you got to say it. But it's a funny story. I say it all the time. I didn't actually start this to do like for money, because I don't need it. But if I want the channel to grow, then I can use all that to help the channel grow. So yeah, so it makes sense, doesn't it? I just don't like asking. So I just put it up on screen like that. Last night, South Park hasn't come out yet. I think the Charlie Kirk murder has slowed production. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, because you said about that, didn't you? So that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, have your say in the chat, and then tonight you have the say when you can come up and talk. The response stunned attendees who were present. I bet it did. Honestly, he's going to get sacked, isn't he? How would you not get sacked for saying that if you're a mayor? The mayor added that he would launch a parade to celebrate if the Christian were to depart the city. Wow. See what I mean? Literally, they will force their Islamic ideology into areas. Mr. Barham had accused Mr. Siblani of supporting Hezbollah and Hamas during his address to the council. Probably does. That's the problem. There he is. Sack him. He's got to be sacked. You can't be saying things like that. That's a... Ooh. Imagine if it's in this country. He's probably got the same mentality as Sadiq Khan. What do you think? He quoted statements attributed to the news publisher, including he talks about how the blood of the martyrs irrigates the land of Palestine, whether we are in Michigan and whether we are in Yemen. Believe me, everyone should fight within his means. They will fight with stones, others will fight with guns, others fight with planes, drones and rockets. The resident likened the signage to erecting Hezbollah Street or Hamas Street and described them as provocative. Council members interrupted to caution against personal attacks and explained the signs were installed by Wayne County, not Dearborn. The mayor suggested Mr. Barham should avoid Warren Avenue or close your eyes while you're doing it. Yeah, that's good. You're driving down, close your eyes. He called the Christian a bigot, racist and an Islamophobe. Well, there you go, look. Buzzwords. Didn't get fascist in there, but a bigot, racist and Islamophobe. That's the problem. See, as soon as you speak up, the Muslims want to make out you this, that and everything else. Barham concluded his remarks by citing Jesus, blessed are the peacemakers, emphasising his desire to promote harmony as a Christian. The signs which sparked the debate were erected in August following approval by the Wayne County Commission, with local dignitaries including Hammoud attending the unveiling ceremony. The county, not Dearborn City Council, authorised the street naming. Dearborn has America's highest proportion of Muslim residents. Exactly. See, danger. Like Tower Hamlets in the UK is like 28, 29%. I tell you, if it keeps going up, as soon as you hit about 50%, they're like, this area is under Islam. It's under Islamic rule. It's like a little Islamic area. They'll have Sharia courts. So it'll be Sharia law. You wait. The incident has raised questions about whether local government officials are prepared to engage with diverse viewpoints from all constituents. The exchange highlights ongoing tensions surrounding cultural and political representation in the Michigan city. Well, I mean, I'm not being funny, but it's a Christian country. It's going to go Pete Tong in it. Oh dear. Where was I? Where was I in the chat? Yes, I've been looking at some alien stories and seeing what's going on in the world, but it seems to not be much. Stephen Greer's had an interesting interview. I was looking at that, but I've done a video like it was a bit alien related, and that flopped. But then I keep getting shadow banned when I do things that are about certain subjects. But have a look at my YouTube shorts. You'll see some, they've got about 6 views, but the ones beforehand that seem to be about random stuff got 800 plus. Funny old world. Funny old world. They fight with anything but their voices because they have no argument. Yeah, that's no logical argument. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's terrible. I mean, it's going to cause a lot of division, and that's the problem with Islam in Christian states. That's why they're there, to try and force it. UK and USA are all fighting it. All fighting it. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? But let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, because I say whatever, but I know Muslims and they're lovely people. I haven't got a problem. But what I have found is there's a lot of Muslims don't actually fully understand Islam, and they don't know about Sahih al-Bukhari 5134 and him having a 6-year-old wife and other type phrases that are within even the Quran, looking in the hadiths like sunnah.com and quran.com, or my Quran up there. They're not actually fully aware. Like you say to Christians, you could read part of the Bible and they're like, I've never heard that before in my life, but they're a Christian. I think it's the same within the Muslim community. But I don't paint all Muslims with the same brush. The Islamists are the problem. The ones that are like jihadists and they want to force Sharia law, this and that. It's like, I think Tommy Robinson said 33% of Muslims in the UK want Sharia law. So it shows like that 33% is the problem. The other 67% are fine. They just, live their life, devil's minions. Yeah, that's what they are. That's so I'm not here saying like boot them all out. I mean, we should ban all mosques and that, definitely, but and ban Sharia law, ban Sharia courts, everything. But some Muslims just lovely people, and they're not full on or whatever. They just like that's their religion. It helps them, whatever. Maybe we could turn them to Christianity and show them the error of their ways. So I take every video with 30 seconds praising some leftist thing, and then as soon as 30 seconds are over, say joke's over and carry on as usual, and YouTube will probably push you. Yeah. I was watching a video actually. It was saying like in the first 30 seconds, try not to say any certain buzzwords. If you say like Islam or Iran or asylum seekers, illegal immigrants, in the first 30 seconds, it'll pick it up and it could go Pete Tong. I mentioned similar at my I used to tell a joke for the first minute. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Literally, that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. But don't forget, 7 o'clock tonight, you can come up and have your say. Talk about any news bit, whatever it is you want to talk about, have questions. You might even be an opposing view. So it might be a bit of a debate going on. That'd be good. Happy days. Don't have to agree with everything I say, and I'm not going to agree with everything you say, I'm sure. So we can always have debates. That's fine. But I'm here with the control, so if someone gets on my nerves, I can mute them. I can cheat. But yes, right, this is the last story. We've had the bishops talking rubbish. We've had a Muslim mayor telling Christian that he's not welcome in his own city. And we saw Katie Price. Katie Price? Oh, my word. I was going to say Douglas Murray earlier, and I said Douglas Reynolds. I went to school with him when I was 16, mate. That was like 32 years ago. Why did his name in my head? He was a nice bloke, though. Katie Price, whatever next. I do apologise, Mrs. Hopkins. Katie Hopkins, Mullering at Sadiq Khan. That was brilliant. But is that the joke? Yeah, Ismus walked into a bar. And then walked out again. King of New York. I met a Muslim man in Plymouth and he said all druids and wizards should be sent to the gallows. Yes, lucky I'm not a real wizard, only in name. But yeah, it's not in the Bible, is it? So yeah, it's because obviously a wizard's like with magic and all that. That's a no-no in the Bible. Yes, I know. But I just look like Gandalf, so people started calling me Gandalf, and I was like, just call me the Wiz, because Gandalf might be copyrighted. A joke might still offend some random nutter, yeah, but if you just say what they want to hear for a few seconds, they will just push the video and we'll move on, yeah. Or I'll have to, the first 30 seconds, I'll have to have the rap going on, my tune. This one, ready?
Every single day, it's always the wrong way. I'm looking for the truth, screaming from the roof. Here comes the blizzard full of facts from the wizard. Tell me if you heard, that's the wizard's words.
That's the wizard's words. Yeah, I wrote that myself, go me. But yeah, I could play that 30 seconds. Maybe that'd be alright. But Joe Hall, welcome Joe. The Outsiders now declares who's not welcome. Apparently so, mate. Apparently so. Yes. Can you imagine a Muslim mayor turning a Christian saying you're not welcome? Hang on, I live here, mate. That's in America, but that will be happening in Britain, like Birmingham, like it was mentioned earlier. They'll what's it called? Declare Birmingham is theirs, which they're sort of near enough doing anyway. It's terrible. Give them an inch, they take a country. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. I mean, blimey heck. Yeah, give them an inch to take the whole country, yes. But there we go. I saw that from King of New York. TheWizardsWords.com. There's some. But I'll go to all products. Look, the Wizard's Words. I've made them as cheap as possible, so I don't make a lot on them because it's more about just, you know, Islam, I Steal, Lie and Murder. Julia is Not Maddie. I've got that t-shirt. They come in all sorts of colours. I've got that hoodie in the middle. I've got the hoodie. Oh, I've got the beanie. Got it in white. Oh, it's right there actually. Oh, I've got the Wizard's Words cup. Where is that? Up there. I've got one of them. Bit of aliens. Got the cup. So yeah, I've got the beanie. I've got the beanie. But that's all at thewizardswords.com. And on this website, actually, I've now got in the bottom left-hand corner in purple, it's got a donation button for Kofi. So yeah. Oh, it's James May. He's back again. I'll get that beanie ready for later. I might wear that. I got the white one. It's really cool. Really cool, mate. But where were we? Go back to the story. But yes, thewizardswords.com. You can get hoodies, beanies, t-shirts. They're cool. Where do we get to? James May said, give them an inch, they'll take a country. That's a good one. That's funny. That'd be okay if P. Diddy wasn't singing it. I don't know who's singing that. Is it like an AI thing? It could just choose whatever. Yes, thewizardswords.com. I bet you can go outside to any nearby tree and get a unique wand right now. I've actually got a big thing. Can you see it? I've got a big W on it, big old star. I'll hold that, so you will not pass. Google Javon Riley in the UK. Right, not so now. You're giving me more stuff to look up than Javon Riley UK. I will Google that accordingly. Curls McCurls. That's a cool name. Thank you. And I don't recognise that name, so thank you for watching and commenting. Happy days. Bonjour, James May. Yes, we know it's not the one from. I'm not saying it. Get one with a fucking Gong Wobbles motif. That's write it right across the middle. Instead of saying the Wizard Words, I someone saying Gong Wobbles. That's yours. The Deception channel says Maddie was alive by her parents. What's your opinion? Oh, we can talk about that tonight if you like. Yeah, that's a strange one, isn't it? I watched Deception Detective. I was going to buy the cards, but it's like 60 quid for the packet. I was like, nearly fell off my chair. But yeah, parents, something went on. She fell, banged her head, maybe. I mean, hence why the dog gave signs behind the sofa and whatnot. But there's more to the parents than meets the eye. Yes, definitely, 100%. It's probably, you know, let's say realistically, it's got to be a 90-95% chance that it was the parents. It has to be, hasn't it? Christian Bruckner is just a scapegoat. We'll find out it's nothing to do with him. So, but yes, A girl 9 shot. This is, I think it's Bristol in the UK. Racially aggravated broad daylight attack in UK cities. So it winds me up, like 9 years old. But from the story, I got a feeling that obviously maybe this girl was, she might be a young Muslimah, or might be black. I'm not too sure, but it says white males, so I'm assuming the white males shooting are the racists, because it's just wrong. But I've chose this one to show, like, I'll give the story from both sides, because you don't go round, especially a 9-year-old girl. I think it was air pellets or something, 3 times, but I don't think it was serious. But the fact you get shot is serious for a 9-year-old, isn't it? A young girl has been shot in the streets in what police believe to be a racially aggravated attack. They could see, even now, put racially aggravated sick attack. It's a 9-year-old girl. It's disgraceful. The 9-year-old victim was hit with an air gun around 1:30 in Chakeshill Drive, Brentry, Bristol. The girl was shot 3 times by pellets, but police said she did not suffer serious injuries, although she has been left traumatised. I bet the incident has been treated as a racially aggravated attack, and it's thought to involve 2 people. Avon and Somerset police are seeking a white male, 17 to 18 years old, roughly 5 foot 11 inches tall, with dark blonde hair and a slim face. At the time of the incident, he was wearing a distinctive blue padded coat and was riding a black electric scooter with white writing. After the girl was shot, a racial comment was made. The force has said it is investigating the incident and we are supporting the victim and her family. That's absolutely disgusting. Who in their right minds would shoot at a 3-year-old? The new meddling, yes. Whatever that is, I'm trying to make out I know, and I don't. Bonjour, Slim! He's a real Slim Shady. All the other Slim Shadys are just imitating, so he's a real Slim Shady, and he always stands up. He always stands up. Notice how I changed the tunes there, just to fit you, Slim. Known you for ages, Slim, aren't I? Watched an AI generator make a picture of a gonk womble. It made a picture of a wombat. Gonk wombat. Business Australia. City in Colombia. High crime. This is I can't believe it's actually Bristol in the UK. I mean, a shooting. It says like air rifle or air gun. I mean, is that one where it shoots those like the BB gun, or is it one like actual full on those little metal pellets? Because I'm hoping for the young girl's sake that it was just like the balls and they bounce off, because they sting like you wouldn't not believe, and they seriously hurt. But it'd be better to be them than the actual metal. After girl was shot, racial comment was made. Statement said, "We are appealing for information after a child was reported to have been shot with an air gun, what is being treated as a racially aggravated assault." I'll tell you, if I knew that girl or anything like that and it's my area, I'd be straight out that door looking for them. Like, who do you think you are? Bang. The incident, which involved a 9-year-old girl, happened at around 1:30 in Chakeshill Drive, Brentry, Bristol, Thursday the 2nd of September. So why is that only being released now then? What's this? Aftermath of London Park shooting. What's going on in the world? What is up with people? The offender has been described as white, 17 to 18, 5 foot 11, blonde hair, slim face. We read that. The girl was hit 3 times by pellet, which caused soreness but no serious injury during the incident. So it might be BB, which is thought to have involved a second offender. A racial comment was also made during the incident and she had been left traumatised and is now too frightened to leave the house. So any information, call the police force on 101. That's why I chose to do this as well, just to get it out there, and people might see this and think, hang on, who knows? If it helps, it helps. If it doesn't, then I've covered it. We need to be aware of these things, because I'm not sitting here like, white males obviously shot a black girl or maybe a Muslim girl or something. They've done something and it's just wrong. You don't do that. And beyond anything, you just never ever in your life ever try to harm a child, ever. It's just sick. The force said we have launched an investigation into the incident, supporting the victim and her family, and referred them to Stand Against Racism and Equality. For support, CCTV and house-to-house inquiries have been carried out. Good. We're now appealing for witnesses and those with dash cam, CCTV or doorbell footage of the incident. And obviously crime reference number there, ladies and gents, if it's applicable to you. And call 101. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You'll find one with a manhunt from 4 months ago and see how bad the description is. Oh. So I don't get it. An air rifle shoots metal. Yeah, air rifle. It says in there, doesn't it? It's an air rifle, but oh no, it's shot with an air gun. Not actually said rifle. Because think about it, actually, if it was say a rifle and metal, she would definitely had to go into hospital because you got to get them removed. So I've got a feeling it might have been balls that bounced off or something. But I mean, they absolutely kill their agonies. I just think it's disgraceful. Absolutely. 9-year-old girl. The only reason there is a description at all is because the guy with the gun was white. Uses hidden to avoid racial hatred. Yep. But this ran the other way. But I mean, it's a kid, so regardless, so you know, whoever it was, you're attacking a 9-year-old, just get it out there. It's absolutely disgraceful. You missed a chat before saying to have a look for West Bromwich drive-by shooting. Oh, did I? Going back. Was that before the AI generator? Well, I've seen what you just said there. So what was that? Let me write it down. West Brom. Rubbish football team. Cheltenham. Drive-by shooting. I will investigate. I've written down loads here. I've got loads. You're giving me loads of homework, people. What are you doing? Keeping me busy. But yeah, whoa. In your face. But yeah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Right, what's going on in the chat? I actually managed to keep up with the chat this time. I've actually done really well. So that was cushy. That was cushy geese. But yeah, but hopefully that'll get solved, that crime, because 1718 shooting like air gun and that. But pointing at a 9-year-old, I mean, blimey heck. Lucky it wasn't one of my relatives. I'll be out there like, oh, I'll be fuming. Be praying that the police did get hold of them before me. But yeah, don't forget tonight, 7 p.m. You can have your say up here. Come talk live, whatever's in the news or whatever. You've got questions or whether it's like, whether you agree or disagree, it's not a problem. Come up, have a little debate. I don't mind. It's all good. But we can get you up as long as you're willing to show your face like this. If I'm willing to show my ugly face, then you can too. You can too. West Brom's about 30 minutes from my house. The shootings there are insane now. Oh my god. I live in Wednesbury and a UK rapper got shot in the back in a club 5 minutes away from my house. No way. Wow. Wow. Saying that, down the road from me, there's Elegance like strip club. Doorman got shot there while on the door. You're like, what? So, Mr. Zero, defend Europe. Yep, 100%. Here, big news. I'm an atheist, but often find myself praying for the United Kingdom and a return to sanity. I think everyone is, mate. Atheist, agnostic, whatever it may be, they're on it. But I did ask Big Nose, didn't reply earlier. Like, are you actually like out of the UK? Like, you can't go to Speaker's Corner anymore, and are you still doing your videos online at the Big Nose of London YouTube channel? Little plug for you there. I'm still old enough to remember a stabbing being almost national news. Yeah. Ta-ta for now. Oh, ta-ta for now. Okay, let's talk. 7 o'clock tonight. Don't forget, if you want to come up, have your say. Happy days. Just check BBC site. Sullivan and Corbyn's at loggerheads. They're eating each other. Ooh, we'll investigate for that. Oh, super chat. Thanks, President. Supporting Christian brothers, Christ is Lord. Yep, amen. Amen, Mr. Zero. Thank you very much, Mr. Zero. I appreciate that. All goes to the channel. I hope I'm going to grow it and it's going to be nice, big and juicy. If you're around tonight, don't forget 7 o'clock. You can come up and actually have your say. Whatever you want to talk about. So, I'm in Iran, my birthplace. Oh, no. So you have gone back. Oh. Wow. So what do you have to do now then? I assume you're going to reapply for another visa and get back and do your thing. So, yeah. The Persian Prince. The Persian Prince. But if you don't forget, Big Nose, I am live tonight at 7 where people come up and talk. So if you're around, you can come up and talk. We're talking about anything that people want to talk about. News, might be Islam, Christianity, whatever. It's all, the floor is open. You come up. You might want to debate because you disagree with something we say. Who knows? But yeah, the floor will be open at 7 p.m. tonight on a Thursday and the same on a Friday at 7 p.m. So I'll leave that up. The Super Jack gets president when I'm between thingy. But yeah, tonight's whatever you want it to be about. I have got some stories to go through, but you know, I'll fly through them and see who's online and people. I will have a link that I will post up and I'll pin it to the top. Click on that. You put in like your name, whatever you want to, you know. Like your name could be peanut butter, and then underneath it could be like the best spread ever, whatever you want to put in there. Come up, you'll be here, and then I can put you up onto the screen, and then you can say whatever you want to say, talk about whatever you want to talk about. It'll be brilliant. It'll be brilliant. Big up, big news, says Beats and Tapes. James May says, hi Persian. Hi Persian. But yeah, so that's Kushti. Let's have a... I can't remember what I've got ready for tonight. Let me have a look. I'll give you a heads up, geez, because you're here. I'll give you a heads up. Oh, Sadiq Khan and his feud with Donald Trump. And Sadiq Khan breaking ranks with Starmer over Gaza. Iran executed a man after torturing him, saying he's an Israeli spy when he's not. And apparently migrants getting thrown out the water in the Atlantic, being thrown out the boats, being accused of witchcraft. They're the ones that I'll be touching on tonight. I'll fly through them. And if everyone wants to say anything, then happy days. So happy day. Yes, I am, Mr. Zero. I am following him, yes. Yeah, he's always out and about, isn't he? He's the one that had the bodyguard video, wasn't it? Charlie Boy, yeah. Actually, saying that, I haven't seen anything from him. Let me put to check his YT to see what he's been up to, because I don't think I've seen him. I haven't watched for a couple of days, but I find where I go live every day, a lot of it I'm doing research trying to find what to talk about. I've got to try and guess what you guys are going to be interested in. I'll end up doing a news story and you'll be like, we don't care, Wiz. Just don't care. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? I'll be like, what? Tay the Preacher? No, I do not. Who's Tay the Preacher? I'm writing this up. How much homework are you lot giving me? Won't be live at 7 this way. I'll still be Googling this, that and everything else, trying to learn everything. Oh, we will. We're live at 7. It's one of his bodyguards. Oh, is it? Let me put an arrow. Ah. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Christian Warfare on YouTube. I'll look all that up, mate. Thank you very much. Oh, he's a great guy. Yeah, I'm all up for some for great guys. The black guy. I'll keep an eye out. Yep, no worries. That's cool. That's cool. Happy days. Yeah, I'll be on it. I'm on it like a car bonnet. I'll look it all up. So it's it should be good, and then I'll what's it called? I'll check it all out, and then we can go from there. Oh yeah, that's a happy days. Just Google them live, so it also becomes a reaction video. Yeah, I can bring up anything you like tonight. If you want to talk about it, it's all good. Sadiq Khan needs time kicked out here. Very is that code for saying like Sadiq Khan needs a kick in the balls? So yeah, we can look anything up. If you want me to look anything up tonight, tell me like you know when you're talking, say oh Google such and such, and I can bring it up on screen as well. So we're talking, it'll be about whatever you like. King in New York, good live. Yep, tonight be even better because you can come up and have a chat, my friend. 7 p.m. on a Thursday and a Friday evening. You are welcome to come up and actually debate or just discuss news articles, whatever it is, whatever's going on. But yeah, yep. Oh, Mark, it's a great idea, to be honest. I don't know why I said it like that. I just, you know, trying to be funny, you know. Sadiq Khan needs to be kicked out because he ain't very kosher. Yes, exactly that. Yes. 100%. He's definitely not very kosher. I don't know what it is with all this Jew hatred. It's crazy. Jews are around before Christians as well. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why they're being persecuted. They get attacked by Islamists and Hamas, and then they get made out to be the bad people. It's absolute joke. Absolute joke. But yeah. I don't think Khan will ever be kicked out, to be honest. Yeah, because I'm going to carry on reading your thing first before I say it. He has the whole Muslim vote, plus the people leaning left will also vote for him. Yeah, I was about to say, but he's got the Muslim thing going on, so and then if you sack him, oh, you're Islamophobia. It's disgraceful. Slim business. Hello to Business Australia. I've been trying to find you. What has been happening? Yeah, well, guess because Business Australia, he hasn't been here for a while either, Slim. Yeah, they're back from the day, innit? Back from the day at the big nose of London. He will be. Defend Israel. Definitely, 100%. I always stand with the Jews. Jesus was a Jew. And the Quran and Bible clearly states Judea and Samaria is land of the Jews. And Hamas and Palestine and all the weirdos are trying to make out otherwise. So they're actually trying to go against God's word, which is just, no. Don't do that. So far, he has been against the country and is pro-EU. Yeah, I know. I don't get it. Yes, I watch that as well. I do watch. I jump in and out because I'm live on a Saturday at 3 as well, and all. So I do see, and sometimes on the live, I'll jump in there and I'll just go to it and show people and go, look, Speaker's Corner. I think I've done. I think Bob was talking last week when I done it. I made a couple of shorts out of that as well, like you do. But yeah, Street Mike, big up, whatever he does. So, was it Wendell Daniel? I think his name is. He's been against the Jews and hiding the grooming gang, everything else, and he keeps getting voted back in. Yeah, because the Christians aren't voting. That's the problem. The Muslims are. They're not silly. Because, like, I'm to blame. I don't vote. I cannot stand liars. You know they lie. All they do is lie. It's disgraceful. So, it's really getting to the point where your vote does count. And if people in London went out and voted, then maybe it stand a chance, but obviously there's quite a high Muslim population. They do go out, they do vote. They're going to vote for the Muslim. Sooner or later, the little poisoned, oh, little poisoned. This is like my little thing. Poisoned dwarf, I love that. We'll end up as PM. Most London mayors seem to end up as PM eventually. Oh yeah, like Boris Johnson. That's me trying to be. Oh, I'm keen to know about the feud with a woman. She seems to have you on the brain. Oh, is that the lieutenant? Business Australia. Boom, boom, boom. So she's at Dirty Beach. So I can read that out because of the way he wrote it as well. So, you know, get away with that. That's cushy. Hey, boom. Boom shakalak. Boom shakalak. Dirty Beach. I don't know why I've done that. Sorry. Get myself at it. So yes, but anyway, I've said what I've said. Any of you got anything to say in the comments? Otherwise, we will be back at 7, where you can come up and talk live. I keep saying it because I want people to get it in their heads and understand that, you know, I'm not lying. We'll be here at 7, and you can come up and talk on a Thursday and Friday, 7 p.m. The floor is open to the people. Boom, boom. Come and talk to the whiz. Come and talk to the whiz with whopping great microphone in front of his face because he's trying to hide. Can you see me? Can you see me now? Grow up, Wiz. You're 376 years old, mate. Act like it. But yeah, happy days. Right, people. I am done. If I was a sausage on the grill or on the barbie, I would be done. Put a fork in me. I'm done. So, tonight, 7 p.m, Thursday. Friday, 7 p.m, same. Get up. Come here, show your face, have a chat or debate, whatever you want to do. I'm expecting you there. Beats and Tates, Business Australia, Kings of New York, Slim, Mark, everyone else in the chat. I'm expecting you all to be there. If you want to come up, come up. Simple. I'll put the link up and everything. But you'll know that when you come and see me at 7 p.m. It'd be brilliant. So you can all have your say. Happy days. Good to see you back, Business Australia. Missed you, buddy. Like I did Slim, and he come back. So how cool's that? Now we've got Kings of New York. That's a cool name. I like that. And everyone else, Electric Jock and that, he wants to come up. So, yeah, whatever it is you want to talk about, come up and talk about it. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Yep, that's one, Slim. Happy days. So, yes. I need to shut up. I've got verbal diarrhea again, haven't I? See? That's why the wife tells me I've got verbal diarrhea. So tonight, 7 p.m, you're coming up and talking, so you won't have to listen to my voice. Unless we're having a debate. Whatever. But it's up to you guys. It's all cool. So thank you all for watching. I love you all. In a non-homosexual context. As buddies. As fam. The Wizard fam. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, after you've liked, subscribed and do your thing, that is the Wizard's words.